For us, it was about looking at the system, looking at the ecosystem of the community around here, and then what we had, which was not something that you really want. It's an old ugly office building, right? What you want is a purpose-built, beautiful space that's integrated, low energy, efficient, warm, and you have this pile of shit, but you've got what you've got. So it's like looking at the community and then doing the best with what you can. The project has been important for this community because the street has been deprived for a long time. So it has the local authority wasn't really wanting to spend money on it because it wasn't the productive people from society, it was the poor people, and so they don't give resources to it very much. However, it was always a very interesting and cultural and ethnically diverse place. So there was a natural community and energy and a desire to belong. So in some ways, all that happened is we said, would you like to belong together? And so actually when you ask a group of people, would they like to coexist? Or how would they like to coexist with each other? They usually have a positive answer. They don't usually say, no, I don't want to coexist with anyone, fuck off. They don't say that. They go, oh, well, maybe they have ideas and they start being solution focused. So for me, the reason that the community endorsed what we're doing here is because we invited them. Everyone we spoke to, we said, how would you like to be a part of it? And the management or the way we approach things was always open, so that people were never turned away. It's that all ideas are welcome all the time, because it's constantly changing, it's constantly growing. So maybe like a local authority or a council or a big business will choose its strategy after a period of time, and then it will stick to its strategy and it will spend its money on delivering the strategy. We said, well, no, the community and everything all the time is changing all the time. So we need to be open to that energy all the way along, so that the mechanism for decision making can respond each time. Now, we have team leaders for every area of management. We always empower one person to be able to be the final decision maker in that team. And even if they make mistakes sometimes, then we still allow them to make the mistakes so they learn. Even if we know better, but it empowers them to work within their team and to feel like they've got something going on. And everybody, they receive the group wisdom. Their responsibility is to receive everyone's ideas and to make a balanced, to listen to everyone and then make a balanced decision based on what they've heard, rather than trying to get everybody around the table to agree on everything. We say, well, we acknowledge that we're going to have differences because we're all different. So if someone doesn't like an idea, then they're not allowed to just dislike it. They have to suggest, it's like, well, maybe, I like this, but it could be better if it was. So that whole kind of the way we communicate around ideas is always bringing a solution first. And then if someone says, well, they don't like the solution, they bring another solution, and it's all solution. And eventually it comes down to something which works. But I suppose the takeaway point, something that I didn't believe at the beginning, which became more and more valuable for our project, was having a core purpose in the middle of everything, having something that you could come back to, that was non-negotiable. Basically it was solid. It was like the pillar that everybody could come to. And that didn't mean that it was stuck there. We were all open to changing the core purpose. Whenever it needed to change, we'll change it. That's fine, we just change it. But it means at any one point in time, you've got a reference point. So for us, that was, how can we hold space which is of benefit to, that best serves the community. So it's a very open question, and then what we did is, on our core purpose, we defined what open meant, what space meant, what best provide meant. So we had a clear understanding. And then when something comes into the project which is difficult to manage, we go back to this. It's like, how does our core purpose really sit with that? So there was never any conflict between different egos about you think one thing, I think this, and it was like, hang on a minute, let's put that all to the side and go back to the core purpose. How does that work? And then it was a very practical thing for a way we were able to get stuff done. So for me, that was my biggest learning, and the thing I would share with anyone is get a really nice core purpose, and then everything else is easy.